Our planet is an exciting, beautiful, fascinating place that never ceases to surprise us with its diversity and vitality. It's home to magnificent mountains, wondrous volcanoes, majestic rivers, endless deserts, and so much more. Yet no matter how beautiful our planet is, we should never forget how dangerous nature can be. In today's video, we'll explore the top 15 most dangerous places in nature that you should avoid at all costs if you want to stay safe and sound. Let's start off with number 15. Yellowstone's Hot Springs. Yellowstone's hot springs are a mix of beauty and danger. With near-boiling temperatures and acidity strong enough to dissolve metal, they're some of the harshest environments on Earth. So, how did they get their vibrant colors? Well, these colors come from heat-loving microbes. These bacteria just love this kind of place, hot, acidic, and full of elements. The ground around these springs is thin and unstable, with scalding water just beneath the surface. It's a perfect recipe for disaster if you wander off the boardwalk. More than 20 people have lost their lives here, some accidentally stepping in, others trying to retrieve dropped items. Now, the rules of Yellowstone are pretty simple. Stick to designated paths, don't swim or touch, leave your pets at home, and don't toss anything in. Yellowstone's hot springs are a delicate balance of nature's raw power and fragile ecosystems. Respect them, and they'll leave you in awe, not regret. Number 14. Valley of Death, Kamchatka, Russia. What would you call a place where life is snuffed out without warning? The Valley of Death says it all. It is one of the many mysterious places in Russia, and just like any other infamous location, this one also has its own legends and stories. There are various speculations as to why this valley is so deadly. The first story is about mysterious dome-shaped structures half buried in the ground. Locals claim that anyone who spends the night on the ground in the arch of such a dome will become seriously ill and may even die. The second story is about underground metal rooms that are always warm, even during the harsh winter. Now, the third story is about unexplained phenomena. People have reported seeing exploding balloons, the sudden appearance of steel-colored domes, and even fireballs coming out from the ground. In reality, there is no concrete evidence to support these claims. The real reason behind Death Valley is far from supernatural. It is not far from the well-known Valley of Geysers. Toxic gas concentrations in this area are normal, so high that they pose a serious threat to all living things. Plants and animals die quickly, while people become ill with fever, dizziness, and chills. Number 13. Eagle's Nest Cave. When you enter this cave after a few steps, you're met with a stark warning. There's nothing in the cave worth dying for. Don't go beyond if you love life. Eagle's Nest Cave is one of the most dangerous underwater destinations in the world, located in Florida's Chassahowitzka Wildlife Management Area. Often called the underwater Mount Everest, this sinkhole drops to depths of 300 feet and has claimed at least 12 lives since the 1980s. From the surface, it's deceptively mundane, just murky green water surrounded by algae, with alligators and mosquitoes adding to the charm. But beneath that calm exterior lies a labyrinth of underwater passageways, notorious for zero visibility and strong currents. Despite its deadly reputation, the cave attracts thrill-seeking divers who often underestimate its hazards. More than 3,000 divers, including open-water scuba instructors, died here. To dive, you need training, and not just any diving training, you need cave training and cave equipment. Without it, just like the sign says, you're risking your life. Number 12. McMurdo Dry Valleys, Antarctic. Antarctica, well, as we know, isn't exactly a place bursting with life, but the McMurdo Dry Valleys take lifelessness to a whole new level. These valleys, tucked away in Antarctica's Victoria Land, are some of the driest and most barren places on Earth. Unlike the rest of the continent, there's no ice sheet here, thanks to mountain ranges that block glaciers from creeping in. What's left is a desert so dry and windswept that even microbes struggle to survive. This place is completely sterile and uninhabitable. It's also pretty hard to reach due to its remote location. Once you're there, you'll find, well, not much. The cracked earth stretches endlessly, interrupted only by a handful of scattered rocks and dirt. If nature has ever picked a place to mimic the surface of Mars, this would be it. In fact, NASA has used the McMurdo Dry Valleys as a testing ground for Mars rovers. Number 11. Alps. You might think Mount Everest is the deadliest climb in the world, but that dishonor actually goes to Mont Blanc, the tallest mountain in the Alps and the rest of Western Europe. While Everest has claimed about 200 lives in total, Mont Blanc tragically sees around 100 fatalities every single year. Known as the White Mountain, Mont Blanc straddles the border between France and Italy, drawing tourists for hiking, climbing, snowboarding, skiing, and jaw-dropping views. Many climbers choose the Gouter route for their ascent, a 2-day trek often described as straightforward. But don't be fooled. Mountaineering in the Alps is anything but safe. The risks are relentless. Hypothermia, frostbite, and altitude sickness are constant threats, and sudden avalanches or falling ice can turn an adventure into a tragedy. Mont Blanc may not have Everest's height, but its dangers make it the undisputed champion of perilous peaks. Now let's move to Number 10. Skellig Michael. The views from the top of the small, craggy island of Skellig Michael, also known as the Great Skellig, in Ireland are unbeatable, but the trip itself? Absolutely brutal. Most visitors come to see the ancient monastery on the island, which inconveniently happens to be located at the top of a precarious path of 600 steps that are more than 1,000 years old, or maybe longer. So, how does this spot earn its reputation as one of nature's most dangerous places? Well, for starters, the steps are weathered and steep, with no railings to save you from a deadly plunge into the Atlantic below. Over the years, several visitors have tragically fallen, and safety experts warn that fatal accidents are almost inevitable. Rising sea levels and relentless erosion only add to the island's inhospitable nature. While its history and views are unmatched, Skellig Michael demands respect. It's not just a climb, it's a risk-filled adventure that not everyone is prepared for. Number 9. Chino Jigoku, Japan. As they say, the name says it all. Chino Jigoku, which loosely translates to the Bloody Hell Pond, isn't just a striking sight, it's straight out of a nightmare. Located in Beppu, Japan, this crimson-colored pool reaches a scorching 172 degrees, making it a skin-melting hazard you wouldn't want to get too close to. The blood-red hue comes from the iron-rich clay, which bubbles ominously at the surface. While the scene is mesmerizing, its history is far from pleasant. Local lore claims that this very pool was used for torture, where prisoners were boiled alive, a chilling twist to an already hellish name. These days, visitors flock to see the otherworldly pond from a safe distance. While it no longer serves its gruesome historical purpose, the haunting aura lingers. Chino Jigoku isn't just a natural wonder, it's a fiery reminder of the brutal ways of the past. Number 8. Vanuatu, Pacific Ocean. Well, nature seems to have a particular fondness for Vanuatu, albeit in a tough-love kind of way. This Pacific archipelago is a veritable magnet for natural disasters, like cyclones, earthquakes, and volcanic eruptions. In fact, Vanuatu ranks as one of the most disaster-prone countries in the world. Take, for instance, the recent 7.3 magnitude earthquake that hit just before Christmas, leaving the capital, Port Vila, unrecognizable and resulting in at least 14 deaths. And earlier this year, in March 2023, Vanuatu was pummeled by 2 Category 4 tropical cyclones, Judy and Kevin, within a mere 48 hours, affecting over 80% of the population. Living in Vanuatu means embracing the unpredictability of Mother Nature's mood swings. The nation's residents have adapted to this reality with remarkable resilience, but the constant threat of natural catastrophes keeps everyone on their toes. It's a place where disaster preparedness isn't just a good idea, it's a way of life. Number 7. North Sentinel Island, Andaman Islands. North Sentinel Island is one of the most isolated places on Earth, and for good reason. Home to the Sentinelese, an indigenous tribe that has shunned contact with the outside world for centuries, this island is both fascinating and forbidden. The Sentinelese fiercely guard their land, viewing any outsiders as threats. Attempts to visit often end in hostility, and laws now protect the island from intrusion. Even if you were allowed, the tribe's lack of immunity to modern diseases means your presence could unintentionally devastate their population. This untouched island, surrounded by crystal-clear waters, holds an aura of mystery that captivates travelers. But it's not a tourist destination. It's a living testament to human resilience and the right to remain undisturbed. Respect the boundaries, admire its stories from afar, and remember, some places are best left as they are. Number 6. Skeleton Coast, Namibia. The name of the Skeleton Coast says enough, doesn't it? This remote and hauntingly beautiful stretch of coastline, located along Namibia's shores, has a name as ominous as its history. There are two explanations for this eerie title. One stems from the huge and creepy whale skeletons that once littered the coastline, a stark reminder of the region's past as a whaling hotspot. The second explanation revolves around the remnants of ancient shipwrecks that have met their demise on this treacherous coast, earning it a reputation as a graveyard for ships. The jagged rocks, shifting sands, and powerful Atlantic waves have claimed countless vessels over the years, leaving behind ghostly remnants of their journeys. If you decide to visit this enigmatic site, be prepared to face inhospitable weather, dark fog, and intense, strong, constant, and treacherous currents. For those who dare to brave its harsh conditions, this place offers an unparalleled glimpse into raw, untamed nature and a stark reminder of the power of the sea. Number 5. Mount Kilimanjaro. Standing tall at 19,340 feet, Mount Kilimanjaro isn't just Africa's highest point. It's also a volcano with a flair for the dramatic. Snow-capped peaks and postcard-worthy views attract adventurers from around the globe, luring them with promises of climbs, treks, and even paragliding. But Kilimanjaro doesn't make it easy. According to Holidu, about 10 climbers lose their lives here annually, proving this mountain isn't just a bucket list item, it's a serious challenge. The air gets thinner as you climb, so while you're gasping at the scenery, you might also be gasping for oxygen. Altitude sickness is no joke, and neither are the icy conditions near the summit. If you're planning to tackle this giant, come prepared. Good gear, a seasoned guide, and maybe an extra sense of humor to get you through the "what was I thinking" moments. Kilimanjaro isn't for the faint-hearted, but the view from the top? Well, it's unforgettable. Number 4. Haiti. Nature can be unforgiving, and Haiti is a harsh example of its extremes. Located in the heart of the Caribbean, it faces relentless hurricanes, some of the deadliest in the world. The risks, however, go far beyond storms. Poverty amplifies the danger, with many homes precariously built on flood-prone plains, offering little protection against nature's fury. Years of deforestation have stripped the land of its protective forests, leaving it vulnerable to flooding and landslides. The country's fragile economy struggles to provide essential disaster response systems, such as early warnings and flood defenses, making every storm an imminent threat. Haiti stands as one of the most hazardous regions in the Caribbean, where natural forces and human challenges combine to create a constant struggle for survival. Despite its vibrant culture and beauty, The risks it faces highlight the ongoing resilience of its people in the face of adversity. Number 3. Half Dome, Yosemite National Park, California. Half Dome in Yosemite National Park is a hiker's dream, or nightmare, depending on how you prepare. This iconic granite peak looks like something out of a postcard, but don't be fooled by its beauty. It's as unforgiving as it is stunning. The climb to the summit is not for the people with weak hearts. The cable route leading up the dome is steep, slippery, and terrifyingly exposed. One slip, and it's a long way down. And if gravity doesn't get you, lightning might. Summer storms here are no joke. Every year, ambitious adventurers attempt the ascent, but not all of them make it back unscathed. Yosemite is a wonderland, but Half Dome serves as a stark reminder that nature doesn't take kindly to carelessness. Plan wisely, or you might find yourself making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Number 2. Fraser Island, Australia. Fraser Island is a breathtaking paradox, a slice of paradise brimming with natural beauty and hidden dangers. This Australian treasure boasts crystal-clear waters, pristine sandy beaches, and a host of creatures straight out of a survival thriller. On land, you'll encounter wild dingoes, venomous spiders, and snakes that can quickly turn a dream trip into a nightmare. Venture into the ocean, and the threats continue. Sharks, jellyfish, and other marine predators await. Even the seemingly innocent sand has its challenges, with shifting dunes and unexpected surprises. Yet, despite its risks, Fraser Island continues to captivate adventurers drawn to its untamed beauty. It's a destination for those who respect nature's power and prefer their landscapes wild and unfiltered. Just admire the wildlife from a safe distance, and maybe enjoy the scenery from a secure vantage point. Fraser Island is a rare reminder that even paradise comes with a bite. Number 1. Naka Crystal Cave, Mexico. The Naka Crystal Cave in Mexico is a dazzling natural wonder, home to the largest crystals on Earth. But stepping inside is like walking into a sauna from hell. With temperatures reaching 136 degrees and 90% humidity, this isn't a casual sightseeing spot, it's a death trap. The cave's stunning gypsum crystals, some over 30 feet long, are breathtaking, but the conditions make exploration nearly impossible without specialized equipment. Prolonged exposure can lead to heat exhaustion, dehydration, and even death. While it's closed to the public, the allure of this crystal cathedral continues to fascinate adventurers and scientists. If you dream of seeing it, be prepared to face a heat wave like no other. Naka Cave is proof that beauty can be deadly, and it doesn't come with air conditioning. The Naka Crystal Cave is not only a geological marvel, but it's a testament to the extreme conditions that life can exist in. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next one.